Holy smokes, it's been a minute. I'm sorry for the long time coming. We had 4th of July, we had some family issues pop up, but we are back. Everything's good. We are going to hit a banger to kick off me coming back. Russell's Reserve Batch 6. This is the new 2025 release, the highest proof to come out of Wild Turkey in a fat minute. This is the highest Russell's Reserve 13 to come out, and it is at 123.8 proof, non-chill filtered. Let's get it. Let's crack this. I haven't even opened it. I wanted to do a fresh freaking review for you guys. So, I mean, dude, look at that plastic. Get rid of that. Got my Wild Turkey Glen. Oh, dude, you know it's serious. Ready? Ready? That wasn't bad. It wasn't good, but it wasn't bad. All right, let's go. Oh my god. Yeah, here we go. We got to get a pour of this. Oh yeah. Also, I'm doing a healthy pour because I already know I like Russell, so I'm hoping that it lives up to the way the other Russell's 13 did. I have a batch 5, and I thoroughly enjoy it. So, yeah, let's talk about it. It's very high in proof for Wild Turkey. Wild Turkey doesn't usually go over 120 proof. I want to say the last time they did that was a Master's Keep. I could be wrong, or Russell's 15, I guess. Sounds like this is going to be pretty up there for them for sure. If you know Wild Turkey, at least, Wild Turkey likes to keep their stuff around 101 proof. That's just been their OG recipe. That's been their promising proof point, and they're notorious for it. So they got Wild Turkey 101. So I'm really excited. So let's hit the nose. Yeah. I love this. Vanilla, almond, oak. A nuttiness. There's not really like a turkey smell to it. I guess a little bit on the back end of the nose, but it's really just like a vanilla oak, kind of like a faint thing of honey, maybe some almonds, a little bit of like some dried cocoa. I like it, man. It smells like a barrel too, but yeah. Here we freaking go, dude. Let's hit the taste on this thing. This is pure reaction. I'm super pumped. I haven't been this excited about Wild Turkey in a fat minute, and I'm super pumped, super excited. Taste. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. Also, the color is insane. Like, I know I don't have that much of my Glen to kind of show you guys, but that thing is, I mean, that's pretty deep. That's pretty decent. Pretty dark. Sorry. I got blown away. Taste is incredible right off the first go. This is my first pour of the day, and this is, oh my god. I don't think I'm going to top the rest of the day unless I get a Russell's 15. Even then, this is pretty dang good, man. Next to Russell's 15 might be a video. It's incredible. Up front, you get the oak, you get a little bit of that turkey funk. It's slight. The almond kind of comes in, a little bit of that barrel char you get a taste of, vanilla, tiny notes of caramel, like a dry kind of spice kind of taste. I can't pinpoint a certain spice. Maybe like this, maybe like a little bit of a cinnamon, nutmeg, kind of baking spices for like the fall kind of spices, if that makes sense. Um, it's got the spice is really good, but it's not. I won't want to like. I don't want to keep talking about it's a spice, thinking that oh you're gonna sip this and it's gonna be spicy. It's not spicy. It's freaking incredibly smooth. If I sip this without knowing the proof pre-pour, I would never ever guess this is 123. This sips right around the 105 mark for me. You do get 100 proof, but there are so much layers into this pour. Yeah, let's do another taste. Vanilla, oak, almond nuttiness. The spices come in a little bit. Vanilla, maybe like a root beer kind of note, like the sarsaparilla note. It's faint. full. Oh my god, man! It's just a full body freaking bourbon. That is insanely delicious. Let's do the finish. Hopefully, I can tackle the finish because I mean, dude, this thing's a killer. This thing's great. Let's get to the finish. Up front, oak, turkey funk, very small amounts of turkey funk, vanilla, hints of caramel, some baking spices from like the fall baking spices, the season fall baking spices. Um, the oak isn't as like nutty as like a Russell's 15. I'm not trying to compare it to a monster. If you want to compare it to like Russell's 10, an everyday shelfer, that that has a lot more nuttiness and a little bit more harsh. This is like super relaxed. This is a super easy sipper, which shocks me at 123 proof. But yeah, all up front, you get hit with a lot of notes immediately. Mid palate, you kind of segue into the sweeter side of things. You're getting kind of the vanilla. You're getting also those spices, but then you're getting that bourbon. You're getting that like bourbon barrel char kind of taste, and almost like an angel sherry kind of taste. And I think that's where I'm affiliating the kind of the spiciness, the barrel char, and kind of the fall spice is what I'm associating with that. I know I just said spices, but like man, it's just really complex. The finish goes on. I mean, I know I try to give you guys a timeline, but like me talking right now, I can still taste different things. What highlights it for me is honey, vanilla at the very, very end, and oak. But it's not like a Jim Beam oak. It's not like a super harsh. I mean, if you have a super oaky bourbon and it ages too long, it gets like like this oak tannins hit, and it's dry, spicy, rough. Uh, Best thing I can kind of compare it to is like Knob Creek 18 for me is that way. It's very, very oak tanny like, and it's like, oh my god, that's too much oak. This isn't. This is like you get subtle bits of oak and then turkey funk a little bit, and then just rides out. It's oh my god. I got a tiny bit left. See if I confirm. Vanilla, turkey. That time I got kind of a peanut note, like a peanut shell. We'll go right back to the oak barrel. Go to a little bit of that fall spices still. Maybe a little honey taste, like I said earlier, and then segues all together. And then you kind of finish on a sweet note with that oak kind of spice to it. This thing's a banger. I haven't watched any reviews on YouTube actually, and I probably should have, just to give me some insight on like stats and everything on what years of bourbon are going into that. Because a lot of the times, 13 years could be the least young bourbon going into this blend. Yeah, if you guys know, hit me up in the comments. Let me know if you guys know the stats on. Yeah, hey, this is bourbon's also aged with 15 or 16-year-old whiskeys or 14, 13. Just let me know. I'm curious. I really am. I just don't know the answers. Um, yeah, this is a really, really great pour. The other reasons I don't like watching YouTube reviews before I do one is I don't want in my head to taste what other people are tasting. I want to taste for my own. This is what I taste. This is what I taste. This is what I taste, and then I'll go back through the notes. Like Wild Turkey and RussellsReserve.com, they'll have notes on this, and I can look at that when I get off the camera and check it out. But that's what I like to do. I don't want to taste what everybody else is tasting. I want to taste what I taste, and then go back and see what other people are saying. Me go, oh yeah, I do get that. I do get hints of this. I do get hints of that. But yeah, I could have done a little bit more research for you guys, but dude, this is an incredible pour. If you can find it at MSRP, forgot I covered that. MSRP, I want to say, I think it's around 165 is around MSRP. I could be wrong. Around here, that was the cheapest I heard it go for. I think it was 165. And then secondary, dude, it's getting ridiculous, or it was at least. I seen it for 500 when it first kicked off. I saw that Jimmy and Bruce Russell were signing it, or Jimmy, Bruce, and Eddie, I think, were all three signing it, which is all three generations of Wild Turkey. I think they all three signed this bottle all over the place at the gift shop when it first released, and people were selling it for like $600 and trading it for George T. Staggs and Russell's 15s and shit. It was insane. But I don't know about you, but if I had that opportunity, I would keep this. I really would. This thing, to me, I would rather have this than a George T. Stagg. And I really like George T. Stagg. I know it's a hot take. I know it's a different distillery, but this is a very good pour, and I'm a huge fan of Russell's and Wild Turkey. And the older age-shaded Russells are phenomenal. As you know, I have a Russell's 15. It's incredible. I have a Batch 5 Russell's 13, and the Batch 5 Russell's 13 is really good in my opinion. I've had a little bit of Batch 1 of Russell's 13, and anybody who has tried that knows that that thing is a killer. Russell's Reserve LLME, Laser Code, Russell's 10. I've had that. That's very, very good. If you guys are curious and you've seen this out in the wild for MSRP, I know a lot of you bourbon snobs are going to already know to pick this up. But for those of you who are new to bourbon or wild turkey or the Russell's profile, this one hit hard. I'm a huge fan of this. I think this is absolutely delicious, and I think it's worth it at MSRP. If you want to throw away George T. Stagg or something that's around $400 for secondary right now, go for it. That's about what the Camp Nelson Reserve single rick houses are going for. But I'm super pleased with this bottle. Another big shout out real quick. Chuck, I appreciate you big time. Thank you so much for helping me get this. I did a couple of bottle trades to get this thing. I'm not going to lie there. But super happy to have gotten this bottle. And this is a freaking killer pour. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'm back. We'll get more episodes coming for you. Don't stress it. I'm going to try and release one every week. Keep updated. Check my Facebook, Instagram. I'll start posting more there. I don't mean to be so quiet. It's just been really, really busy lately. And a lot has been going down. So, prepare for more videos. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell your friends. Give this video a thumbs up, please. I really appreciate it. Thanks for making it to the end of this video. As always, cheers.